Live from the home of Christmastown, USA, welcome to Great Bend's first holiday recital. Tonight, kids and families from all around the country will be joining local kids and community members to practice their musical skills and celebrate the season.
Sleigh bells in the air, beauty everywhere. Yuletide by the fireside.
This adorable rendition of Christmas Time Is Here was Great Bend's first Sound Scholar virtual ensemble project. Little did we know last December that just a year later, that very program would be serving children and families across all 4 U.S. time zones. Welcome. I'm Matthew Melendez, Director of the Great Bend Center for Music. Thank you so much for joining us tonight for our first ever holiday recital. If you were listening to the countdown music, that was a MIDI arrangement of Winter Wonderland completed by one of the students in our Music for Video Games class, Nate. Nate is also emceeing our live chat tonight, so please feel free to drop him a note to say hello and well done. We're joining you tonight from Mason County, Washington, which isn't just home to the Great Bend Center for Music, but also to Christmastown, USA. Not too long ago, one single export, Christmas trees, cemented Shelton, Washington's position as Christmastown, USA. From a single dry economic fact about an export product was born parades and concerts and decorations and traditions that together have become a central plank of our community's identity. Thanks to a recent Guinness World Record for the most lighted Christmas trees at one time and the efforts of some amazing community leaders, that Christmastown legacy is alive and well, as you're about to hear from a couple of our digital audio production kids.
Hello there, and welcome to a Christmas episode of the Memory Archives. This episode is special because this is a shared memory between me and my friend and co-host, August. Today we have an interview with special guest, Liz Arbaugh of the Mason County Historical Society. We are discussing the totally lit Christmas tree maze that broke a Guinness World Record.
Hi, I'm Liz Arbaugh, and I am the director at the Mason County Historical Museum in Shelton.
I have a question.
Okay.
What were the peak Christmastown USA years?
It seems like it started in about 1955, and because the Christmas trees were the second largest industry in Mason County after logging. And up through probably the mid-1960s, it seemed to be pretty popular. And it was in 1961 that they built the Big Santa that they've reproduced and put up on the hill now. So it was a means to get tourists to come out of Seattle and to come out to Mason County and the Olympic Peninsula. And the Santa that's up on the hill, his main purpose is to do that exact same thing all over again, all these years later.
Cool.
What sort of activities were a part of the original celebrations?
My understanding from looking at our archives is that they would decorate kind of like we do now, a lot of Christmas lights, and they would have the Christmas tree lighting. They would have choirs sing, and things, just all that kind of Christmassy stuff. One of the newspaper articles I read from the 50s said that they had 3,000 people show up for the tree lighting that's at the post office park.
Did the new Christmas tree maze successfully boost Shelton's spirit? And is it bringing people together?
Well, I think that it is. I think that it is helping. It's kind of a fun thing for people to be able to do in downtown Shelton. And since we are trying to remain Christmas town, it's the lights and all of that, I think really make it cheery. It would be nice to see a lot of the empty storefronts filled again with businesses. And I think that would also help just to create more life in downtown Shelton.
I'm August Bligan, and this has been a Christmas episode of the Memory Archives. Merry Christmas.
What I so love about that little podcast we just enjoyed is that it's not just kids practicing a host of digital production skills, but those are also two Mason County kids using those very skills to learn more about their community's amazing history. That's the thing about all forms of music making. By its very nature, it empowers cultural and social learning experiences that develop both individual and community pride. Combining work in music literacy, ear training, keyboarding, MIDI, and digital music production, Great Bend's High Key Kids classes provide the tools and learning activities that help students identify their innate musical strengths and explore their individual musical interests. From music for video games and digital audio production, to keyboarding, general musicianship, voice, and in January, group ukulele, students always have the opportunity to work both independently and to collaborate, all using the latest digital tools and apps to guide their practice. Lessons and activities are designed to accommodate students at different levels in their musical development and to prepare them for a broader range of musical opportunities in a supportive and community-centric way. Led by teaching artist Andy Jarima, the kids in our High Key Kids classes are always doing cool things. Whether it's a virtual group performance of Silent Night, or practicing ear training, literacy, and editing skills to create a video game-inspired setting of the beloved carol, We Three Kings. As you can see, music is not just a performance art, but a way of exploring and celebrating our shared history. It's a way of deepening understanding and enriching the learning process about completely non-musical things. That's why it's such a powerful tool for strengthening communities, especially when it's made available in early childhood. Musical experiences like stopping and starting, slowing down and speeding up, and recognizing repeating patterns such as verse-chorus provide young children with practice directing and modulating their behavior. And children who are more practiced at directing their behavior are better prepared to enter school and succeed. Music introduces critical STEM concepts like ratios and fractions, while also providing practice in listening and leadership. I'm so proud that Great Bend's Sound Scholars program is one of the few El Sistema programs in the world providing music education for children under 5. Not music experiences or exposure, but no-cost, ensemble-focused, participatory music education. And we're making history by doing it all virtually for dozens of kids and families all across North America. Now, nearly all of those kids all across North America were involved in this next piece, along with those High Key Kids, on this collaborative cover of the Bobby Helms hit, Jingle Bell Rock.
Now
to go gliding in a one-horse sled.
Giddy up, jingle horse, pick up your feet. Jingle around the clock. Mix and mingle in the jingle and beat. That's the jingle bell. That's the jingle bell. That's the jingle bell rock.
Teaching artists Gwen Jones Dunton and Jennifer LeCaptain led our Sound Scholar students in learning not only the words and the melody, but the song structure, along with backing tracks arranged by, again, teaching artist Andy Jarima and executed by all of us. These are such fun projects. This is such an exciting way to introduce kids to music, and what's also remarkable to me is that much of what our youngest students have to do for these pieces is identical to what our community members have to do to participate in Great Bend's studio chorale. Angelus Domini nunciavit Mariae, et concepit Spiritus Sancto. While our in-person choral activities remain on hold due to the pandemic, many of our choristers are continuing to work just like the kids, on their individual vocal and musicianship skills. Tonight marks the end of a 13-week term, during which our participants worked on 5 different pieces, each focused on developing a specific set of vocal skills and building in difficulty, while also, like the kids, developing their own audio and video production skills. In fact, this fall, the class was run more as a group voice studio than it was a traditional choral rehearsal, with each participant receiving regular individual feedback and coaching about their efforts while they each worked on their individual parts. Tonight's piece was our longest and most classical effort. It's a remarkable setting of the Ave Maria, or, in English, the Hail Mary. German composer and choral director Franz Biebel's beloved setting of the Ave Maria was an ideal exercise in phrasing and intonation for us, and it's the only piece we did this fall that was not in English. It was written in 1964 for, of all things, a firemen's choir to sing at a choral competition with other work-based choirs like factory worker choirs or police choirs. The piece remained unknown until, in 1970, the composer gave a copy to the all-male Cornell Glee Club while they were on a tour to southern Germany. The Harvard Glee Club then soon recorded the work, as did, in the 1980s, San Francisco-based professional ensemble Chanticleer. It's now one of the most sung a cappella choral works of the past half-century. It's also worth pointing out that as a double choir work, it required 4 of our members to sing, virtually, in 2 choirs at the same time. It's a beautiful and contemplative tribute to the grace and power of a mother's love, which is why it's also so emblematic of the holiday season. we come to the part of our program where we must make some amends. Even though it's a no-cost program, in addition to daily instruction, each term all of our Sound Scholar students receive some sort of starter instrument. In the fall, it was claves, or rhythm sticks. For our holiday term, however, it was kazoos. So parents and family members and pets, we're very sorry, and thank you so much for supporting our work. Such a simple instrument, but the humble kazoo requires quite a bit of physical coordination for breath support, let alone the ear training, intonation, rhythm, and phrasing skills that can be practiced with it. It's also a great tool for introducing and practicing basic ensemble skills like starting and stopping together. And as you know, practice makes perfect. Unfortunately, a 3-week term isn't a whole lot of time for practice, but we sure had fun. And because the best part of making music is the community, or who you're making music with. The members of the Great Bend Studio Chorale jumped in to sing backup for the Sound Scholars on this next piece.
Holly jolly, holly holly jolly, holly jolly, holly holly jolly.
Have a holly jolly
holly holly jolly.
It's the best
Holly
time
jolly,
of the year.
holly holly jolly.
I
Holly
don't
jolly,
know if
holly
there'll be
holly
snow, but have
Holly
a
jolly,
jolly,
holly jolly, have a
holly
holly jolly
holly
Christmas.
jolly,
And when you
holly
walk down the
holly
street,
jolly,
say hello to friends you know and everyone you
holly
meet.
jolly,
Oh, the mistletoe hung where you can see. Somebody waits for you, kiss her once for me.
have a holly
Holly jolly,
Christmas.
holly jolly,
And in case
holly
you
jolly,
didn't
holly jolly. Oh my golly, have a holly jolly Christmas this year. Holly jolly, holly jolly, holly jolly, holly jolly.
have a holly jolly, it's the best part of the year. I don't know whether it's good or
Say hello to oh, the mistletoe hung where you can see. Somebody waits for you, kiss her once for me. Holly jolly, holly jolly, oh my golly, have a holly jolly Christmas this year. Holly jolly.
We started the evening with a celebration of our history as the home of Christmastown, USA, based on a single export, Christmas trees. Our amazing forests and shell fisheries have made Mason County a community of natural resource experts. Music is also a natural resource. It's a natural resource that builds strong families and successful kids, boosts graduation rates, and improves civic engagement. Music is a natural resource that can help attract and maintain a skilled workforce, especially in social and healthcare services, while directly boosting dining, lodging, and retail sectors. Music is a natural resource that speeds most forms of healing and is the essential element for the gold standard memory care. In fact, communities with access to therapeutic music have better health and wellness outcomes across the board. These are the ways, through Great Bend's research-based programs, that music is becoming Mason County's newest natural resource export, and we only have plans to grow. The Great Bend Center for Music is based on the beautiful south shore of Hood Canal in the historic town of Union, Washington. Our mission is music that builds community, and we deliver research-based music programs designed primarily to build strong families. Our team of teaching artists have expertise in vocal and instrumental pedagogy, early childhood music, music therapy, conducting, composing, arranging, and a host of digital production skills. And in spite of the fact that half of us have never met in person, we also really, really love making music together. Thank you so much for joining us tonight, and please enjoy our cover of Fleet Fox's White Winter Hymnal, in which we're all backup singers for Baby Etta. I was following the 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 pack, all swallowed in their coats, with scarves of red tied round their throats to keep their little heads from falling in the snow. And I turned round and there you go, and Michael, you would fall and turn the white snow red as strawberries in the summertime. I was following the pack, all swallowed in their coats, with stars of red tied round their throats to keep their little heads from falling in the snow. And I turned round and there you go, and Michael, you would fall and turn the white snow red as strawberries in the summertime. I was following the pack, all swallowed in their coats, with scarves of red tied round their throats to keep their little heads from falling in the snow. And I turned round and there you go, and Michael, you would fall and turn the white snow red as strawberries in the summertime.